Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to the Evangel Art Show on Equa Television Africa. And on the Evangel Art Show, we tend to bring you all the usages and everything that's been happening on the Evangel Art platform. I am Sele Elisha Dashon, and we shall be running through some very interesting things today on the show. And remember that our phone lines are open right now, so you can call us and let us know what some of the questions you have, what you need clarifications on concerning the Evangel Art Show. And just like I said, our phone lines are open. They're displayed on your screen right now. So get familiar with the numbers and call us and let us know what you want to know concerning the Evangel Art of Equa. And we will be starting with the TET 2022, because if you've been following the Evangel Art platform, you will know that we've been having the Talent Show 2018, we had the Talent Show 2019, and we didn't have the Talent Show in 2020 and 2021. But good news for you, because we shall be having the Evangel talking about the TET, looking at the Talent Show 2022, and this is going to be the voice edition. So this is to tell you that this is coming with a different taste on its own, so you know that you really need to stand out if you want to contest for the Talent Show 2022. And one of the criteria you need to do when it comes to the Talent Show 2022, number one, you need to make a 2-minute video. 2-minute video, and on that 2-minute video you need to tell us your name, you need to tell us your state, you need to tell us so many things about you, your phone number also, which is very important, because with that we'll be able to capture your data and know everything we need to know about you. And if you qualify through that 2-minute video, through your number, will be able to reach to you and let you know if you're qualified, and you can come over for the voice edition. From hearing the voice, you know that this is really big, and we are moving higher and higher as the Lord is going to help us. So if you've been following, you know that there are so many things that have really stand out in the Talent Show 2018, 2019. And if I'm you, I will rush, in case I've not done that, get my phone and do that 2-minute video, because it's very important. You really want to know what you stand to gain, right? So you need to make that 2-minute video and send to us. And one thing you need to really know in that 2 minutes is that we need your raw voice when you're doing the recording. No studio voice whatsoever, because one thing we preach in the Evangel Art is originality. We really need to come in contact with your voice. Originality is one thing that stands out for us in the Evangel Art, and that is why we need you to give us your raw voicing, no studio voicing, because definitely if you send us a video and we realize that it's a studio, you're disqualified. So it's one thing for you to know that we need to have your raw voice. Another thing you need to know is that we need a clear background, because we've had some people sending over, and you tend to see that the background is not clean. So one thing you need to know is that we need a clear background, no distraction. We don't want you to record it in the market square. We don't want you where lots of kids are playing around. That would disqualify you. We need a clear background, so we need a quietness. Is very important, so we tend to have a feeling of your voice. Another thing you need to know is that you need to attach a studio passport. It's very important that we have that passport, a studio passport. So make sure you hear me clearly. It's a studio passport, so that we have your face and we know how we can attach the voice and the face. It's very important for us in the Evangel Art Show too. And so, just in case you're just joining us, let me run through the criteria again that you need for that 2-minute video when it comes to the Talent Show 2022, the voice edition. Number one, I said you need to make a 2-minute video saying your name, your phone number, where you reside, and also the title of your song. I forgot to actually make that in the beginning. The title of your song is very important. And also, I said we need you a raw voice, because we do not want a studio voice where we tend to have some mixture whatsoever. Originality is something that stands out for us in the Evangel Art Show. And so in the Evangel Art platform, we really want to have a feel of your voice, and that's why we want your raw voicing. And also, we do not want distraction while you record your 2-minute video. So we do not want you in the market square, kids playing around. We just want to have you in a clear background. And also, you need to attach a studio passport of yourself. So we tend to merge the face and also the voice. So it's very, very important for the TEDx 2022. Another thing I would like us to talk about is the EA albums. I don't know how many of you have actually gotten that album, but it's very, very important that you have at least, coming from me, have at least 4 or 5 of those albums, because they are great and powerful some ministrations that are coming. We have the likes of Simon Raymond Yaye with Sujata, which I love that song. We have Paul Kofa, also very beautiful and great ministration. We have Fred Quada. If you have been following even other of our programs, you know that these are powerful artists, ministers of God that the Lord has been using to reach out to souls through the music ministry. And that's why it's important for you to at least have a copy of that CD in your home. So just in case you've not gotten that, you can rush down to the Equa Television, the Evangel Art department, and get your own copy. At least get 5, 4, 6 of those albums and share with your loved ones. It's a way of you reaching out and, you know, making souls, winning souls for the Lord. So it's important that you get these Evangel Art albums. Remember, you can also get them even on our Facebook. In case you do not know how, you can call us, because our numbers are displayed. You can call us and we will tell you all that it takes for you to be able to have these EA albums. Other of the albums you can also get, we have the New Thing album. If you agree with me, this is coming from Deborah Micah, the winner of the 2018 talent show, and she has been doing great things for the Lord. You know, there are lots of music. In fact, part of the people she featured AB Vocal, she featured Raymond Yaye, and so many other people. You know, we even had Randy Manny, for those who are lover of rap music when it comes to reaching out to souls. I think this is an album that most homes have been craving for. So I think it's important that you have that album, the New Thing album. You know, this is a theme in 2020. The Lord is doing a new thing, and that was where we got that album. So it's important that you have that album, because Deborah and Micah have been doing great things. She even has some singles, so it's important that you have that album too. And another album that I will advise you get is By My Spirit. Yes, that song has been so great, and this is coming from the the winner of the talent show 2019, in person of Panam Bandi, and she's been doing great things for the Lord. She also have an album, which I told you earlier, part of the EA albums that we have. So she has done great things. So you really need to get that album too, By My Spirit, because it's a very great, powerful song. She had featured so many other people, artists. We had Nisi, we had Deborah Micah too, and other people. So you really need to listen to those songs. You know that these songs are really great and powerful music. So you need to get that album too in your home, in your car. You need to even give gifts to your loved ones. It's an album that we don't want to miss out. And so there's so many other things I really need you to know, that when you look at those albums, you know that they have been great and powerful songs. And that is why, you know, on the Evangel Art platform, we tend to say that in case you're not yet a registered member of the Evangel Art, it's important that you get registered, so that you be part of what we're doing, so you be part of what God is doing. Do not deny somebody out there the opportunity to get in contact with the Lord. Why? Because you refuse to use this platform, especially for our Equa members. It's important that you take advantage of this platform. And you know, another beautiful thing about the talent show, that it's not just restricted to Equa members. It's open to every denomination, regardless of where you're coming from, whether you're Equa, Koki, name it, as far as we are all one in the body of Christ. And that's why we have that The Voice edition of the TEDx 2022. So that's something we've been doing on the Evangel Art Show. So you really know that it's very great that you get to register and be part of the TET 2022. When you come, you really know that there are lots of packages left for you. You also have the opportunity to be able to have a coach. You know that this is different, right? So if you have that voice, what are you waiting for? Bring that voice and let us help you on the Evangel ad. Let us tune that voice and let the world know that we have voices, voices that we can use to glorify the Lord Jesus Christ. So it's important that you get to register on the TET and also get these albums, the EA albums, the By My Spirit album, and also you need to get the New Thing album coming from Deborah Micah and Panam Bandi. They are great, 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 great songs that I really need you to come in contact with. So I'm still waiting for your calls. Make sure you put the calls, and also we are live on Facebook, on YouTube, so drop your comments and I'll make sure I read them. At this moment, I would like to take a break where we shall be playing a very great song coming from one of our artists on the Evangel Art Show. And when we come back from that break, we get to meet that person and we get to interact and also talk with her. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this time out.
He's coming back. He is coming back. Jesus, Jesus, He is coming back. He is coming back. Jesus, Jesus. Oh, He is coming back. He is coming back. Jesus, Jesus. Oh, He is coming back. He is coming back. Jesus, Jesus. Oh, Jesus is coming. He's coming for His bride. Jesus is coming, and His reward is with Him. So are you ready for the coming of the Lord? He's coming soon, and the time is now. Jesus is coming. He's coming for His bride. Jesus is coming, and His reward is with Him. So are you ready for the coming?
Well, that was a great ministration coming from someone very special, and I'll be introducing her right now in the person of Mercy Gang. You're welcome to the show, Mercy.
Oh, thank you.
It's a privilege to have you here today. We're truly grateful to have you. So can we meet Mercy Gang? I mean, our viewers out there would like to know more about you. So can you tell us some things you think we should know about you?
Wow. Okay, I'm Mercy Gang. I love to sing and I write songs. So I'm in love with the guitar. It's one of the best string instruments I know. I love so much. I love children too, so I teach in the Sunday school department. That's the teenagers, to be precise. Then I love to bake.
Well, that means I should be expecting a cake.
Wow, yeah.
Okay, so Mercy Gang, thank you again for being on the show with us today. So I would like us to look at the just concluded program we have, which is the ECAMS 2022. And I would like to know, is that your first time coming to the ECAMS?
Sure, that's my first time.
Okay, so looking at the ECAMS 2022, what will you say was it for you? Because it was a personal experience for me, so I think you also had a personal experience. So what was it from the ECAMS 2022?
ECAMS 2022 is a program that really stood out of the most programs we know about EQUA. You know, when I came, it was, I least expected to see what I saw. But I really thank God, because it shows that God indeed is doing his movement, that there is a shift. You know, a new generation is rising from the old. That's I think more of the things, the most important thing that I saw. Then the second aspect were the resource persons that we had. You know, it was wonderful. You won't love to miss any of the sessions. You know, they were all loaded and they were all impactful. You know, I think one of the things that really helped me out and inspired me throughout the eCamps 2022, understanding my gifts. You know, our theme was, this gift I have. Well, first of all, you know, define what a gift is. You know, we discovered that a gift is something that is being given to you without compensation. You know, you are being given. We also discovered the differences between skills, talents, you know, and gifts. I know one of the most important thing I see in the definitions was that a gift is being given when you are born again. You know, it's something that unlike talents that they are natural things.
Inbuilt.
Yeah, they are just inbuilt. But a gift is when you are born again. You know, when you accept Jesus, that, you know, a gift is being given. And, you know, the funniest thing is that a gift, we discovered that, you know, it is infinite. It is limitless. You know, sometimes, most often people think as if it is not. You know, it's just something that you should just do, but it lives even after, you know, you are no more on earth. So it is one of those things that we've learned. And also meeting, I think Guka's on Sunday was something else.
Wow.
You know, the question he asked for each person to stand up and, you know, say what you think or how you see yourself in the next 5
years.
5 years. You know, that really broadened my mind to look at life. You know, we normally don't sit down to think about ourselves, how we want to see ourselves in the next 5 to 10 years.
We always live in the now.
We always live in the now. But we need to know that in the movement of God, God also has the plans for the future. So we should also have plans for the future, believing that he will accomplish it through us. So he actually talked about being the best in what you do. And he said, do not be stagnant. You should understand your community. You should know who is the best in that community. And you should value what you have. When you don't value what you have, people won't value what you give out.
So that means in essence, when you have a gift and you don't use it, that means that gift can be taken away from you. The more you use it, the more you discover other gifts that have been built in you.
Yeah. You know, another example was given by Stephen Bahago, where he talked about, he really broadened out the definition of faithfulness. You know, that was a statement he said faithfulness is not just taking care of that which is being given to you, but multiplication. He brought out from the scenario of Matthew 25, where talents were being given. One was given 5, the other 2, and the other one, you know, the one that has one buried his own and kept it. And you know, the funniest is that the Bible says that this particular person, when the master came back, he brought out the talent and said, here is your talent back. I know you are, you know, you are a man who always like to sow where you do not reap and all of that. But when you look at the response, if you put the definition of faithfulness in that aspect, you think he's faithful because actually he kept it. He preserved it. But the master didn't applaud him. Rather, he called him wicked and a slothful servant. Others that multiplied theirs, he applauded them, you know, and told them and called them faithful servants. So faithfulness is not when you just keep the gifts to yourself, is when it's multiplied. And in this aspect is when you influence, when you give out influence. Influence is when people benefit from what you do, when there is a relevance of what you do. You might not reach everybody, but the people your target line, when you reach them, you are being faithful. When one or two persons learns from what you do, receive Christ from what you do, have an encounter from what you do, receive healings, receive, maybe their depression are being lifted through what God has given to you, that is influence.
So that means it's not your place to do the conversion. It's just the gift is more like a seed. All you need to do is plant it and let the Holy Spirit do the rest, which is the watering. And sometimes we don't need to live to see. Just like you said, our gifts outlift us. So whatever you've kept in place through your gift is at the end of the day, you can see that it keeps multiplying. And you never can tell that possibly, maybe when you're even no more alive, that will be when what you've sowed in the life of that person will actually start growing and bearing fruits at the end of the day. I know it's really, really something that actually also, I would say I really loved about the eCamps 2022. So in every aspect of the eCamps, because I know it runs for about 4 days, from Thursday down to Friday. What would you say was a highlight for you? Because I know there were various resource persons, there were various highlights. For some people was the music ministration and others. So what was the highlight for you in the eCamps 2022?
The highlight of eCamps is when you see the response of those that, were in the program. The discussion aspect, the Bible studies, discussion groups, I learned a lot. It is one thing I work with children, so it is one thing for a child to learn a memory verse, but it is one thing for the child to outlive that verse. So listening to the messages, then hearing from the responses of those who heard it, whether they were able to assimilate that which were being taught to them. So the discussion groups were wonderful. It shows the deepness, and it shows how, we who were there were able to assimilate, and there were more revelations apart from what we've even heard.
Sure.
So I don't think there is anything more beautiful than that, than having a revelation. The resource persons were kind of just showing us the way, but there is this deep revelation. It tells you that from the response, it tells you that there was a deep thinking, there was a deep revelation of the word that was being spoken.
Deep call for deep, it's really, really important. So even though our time is quite running, but like for those who are not present, I know from the way you're talking, some people like, I wished I was there. What would be that word you're going to leave to the people that were not there during the eCamps 2022? Possibly for other programs we shall be having in the Evangel outside, will be eager, this hunger for more of the word, more of sharing. What would be that word you place out to someone that wasn't there?
Okay, one word I would say is, I don't want to discourage them by telling them you've missed, but I want to encourage you that whatever program, that the Evangel Arts, presents, do your best to attend. There is no knowledge that is wasted. Anything you get is for your own edification, and also for the edification of the church. You use it to serve God. So I advise those of you out there, that you are good in music, or whatever aspect you are in the church, whether in the drama group or the band and all of that, please try and attend. Try and attend to learn more. You can't give out what you don't know. That is just it. And I also advise those who are married, especially the women who are into music, don't just stay at home, and think because I'm married, I will leave my gift to be dormant, you know, I won't take a step. Just try and take a step and you will see the beauty in it.
Thank you so much, Mercy Girl. I mean, our time is, and I really wish we could continue this conversation. Thank you so much. I think I have a comment on Facebook, and this is coming from Desmond Dabia, and he said, more grace to Equa family. Thank you so much, Desmond, for that encouraging word. And Mercy Girl, thank you again for making your presence, you know, it's we really, really appreciate it and love it so much. Well, viewers, this is how far we could go on the show, the Evangel Art Show. But remember, your gift is a gift from God, and how you use it is a gift back to Him. Have a blessed day until we come your way again next week. Bye.